Tonight, if I erased every light bulb, every flashlight, and every phone screen on Earth, then dropped you 300,000 years into the past, there would be only one thing standing between you and death: fire. But fire isn't the real question. The real question is this: when the entire world disappeared into darkness, what did humans actually do? For us, night is just another part of the day. We watch TV, scroll through our phones, turn on a lamp without even thinking. But for every one of your ancestors, night was a survival test. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast prehistoric forest. The sun slowly sinks below the horizon. The last orange light fades away. Cold air fills the silence. Then, a distant roar echoes through the trees. At that moment, you realize something terrifying. You are not alone. Today, humans dominate the planet. But 300,000 years ago, we weren't the hunters everyone feared. Many times, we were the ones being hunted. We had no sharp claws, no powerful fangs, no incredible speed. And compared to predators, our night vision was almost useless. As darkness spread across the land, leopards began to move. Hyenas searched for food. Wolves hunted in coordinated packs. The night belonged to them. Yet humans possessed one advantage that no predator could ever match: the human mind. And one day, that mind learned how to control one of nature's most powerful forces: fire. Fire wasn't just burning wood. It was humanity's first victory over the darkness. The moment the flames rose into the night, fear stepped back. Children slept safely beside their parents. Elders finally had a chance to rest. Even dangerous predators hesitated before crossing the glowing circle of light. For the first time in history, humans discovered that the night wasn't only something to fear. It could become a time to gather, to think, and to connect. Families sat around the fire after sunset. At first, they talked about the day's hunt: who escaped danger, who found food, which paths were safe. But slowly, those conversations became stories. Stories about brave ancestors. Stories explaining the stars above them. Stories that warned children of unseen dangers. Without realizing it, humans were creating something far more powerful than survival. They were creating culture. Perhaps the world's very first classroom wasn't built from stone. Perhaps it was a family sitting around a fire beneath an endless sky. But fire gave humanity more than warmth, more than protection, and more than stories. It quietly changed the way humans experienced the night itself. Because long after the stories ended, and long after the fire burned low, something extraordinary was happening inside the human brain. A mystery hidden for thousands of years, until historians discovered two strange words appearing again and again in ancient records: first sleep. And if there was a first sleep, then there had to be a second sleep. At first, historians assumed those words were nothing more than an old expression. But the deeper they looked into the past, the stranger the pattern became. Ancient letters, private diaries, medical books, court records. Again and again, they described the very same routine. People didn't sleep once. They slept twice. Soon after sunset, they would fall asleep. About 4 hours later, they would naturally wake up. Not in panic. Not because something was wrong. They simply accepted it as part of the night. Some added wood to the fire. Some reflected on their dreams. Others quietly planned the next day's hunt. Many simply sat beneath the stars, listening to the silence. An hour or two later, they went back to sleep until sunrise. For countless generations, this was completely normal. Then everything changed. Cities became brighter. Candles became common. Gas lamps illuminated the streets. Electricity finally turned night into something that looked like day. But while our world changed quickly, our biology did not. Even today, bright light reaching your eyes late at night tells your brain that the sun is still up. Melatonin is delayed. Your natural sleep rhythm begins to break apart. and we often assume that our bodies are failing us. But what if they're not? Have you ever woken up at 2 or 3 in the morning for no clear reason? Maybe. Your body isn't broken. Maybe it's remembering a rhythm that guided humanity for thousands of generations. Perhaps that's why the quietest hours of the night often bring our deepest thoughts. Today we have electricity. We have endless light. And we can stay awake for as long as we choose. But in gaining control over the night, we may have lost something our ancestors experienced almost every single day. A calmer mind, a quieter world, and a relationship with darkness that helped shape the human story itself. So tonight, before you switch off your last light, take one moment to imagine the world your ancestors knew. A world where darkness wasn't just the end of the day. It was the beginning of humanity's greatest stories. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, subscribe for more forgotten stories. I'll see you in the next one.